Alright. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai, and double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, will do and teach well. See our brother here, Shema Shwan. And I'm going to do part 2 of this video. I was basically reading this article here, how the white population is actually changing based on new census data. We were kind of, getting into it, and basically like the complexities of the so-called white category. How they mark like people as Middle Eastern, and North African as being white, when we know that the original inhabitants of those regions were people with brown skin and people of color. I want to continue to speak on it and read through the articles. Only a few main points that I really want to touch on, mostly from here to around here. To around here is pretty good, and we're not going to read all of it though. I'll skip when the need arises. Just give me a quick second. Let me get some tunes on. I'll put them in my headphones. Okay. I'm tired of playing around with trying to get music on this thing, because it just does not work. Doesn't work at all. So we'll start here. Right here, actually. Many Latinos are reevaluating the white box on census forms, and almost 53% drop in the number of Latinos checking off only the white box compared with in 2010 caught the attention of many demographers. While it's unclear how much of the shift is a result of changes to how the borough acts about race and how it's sorted through responses, some researchers are wondering whether racial identities among Latinx census participants are undergoing a sea change. It suggests that perhaps that was an illusion that either demographers or others had, that the Latinos who were identifying as white were firmly attached to that racial category, said Rogelio Sáenz, a sociologist and demographer at the University of Texas at San Antonio, whose research focused on Latinos and racial identity. Well, you see, it's because they claim whiteness when it fits them, or when it's convenient. They claim it, and they claim otherwise when it's convenient. When they start to get fucked over, now they want to say, oh, no, I'm Hispanic, I'm this, I'm that, and claim that they're a person of color. But when it's convenient to them, and when shit is sweet, they claim to be Edomites. That's the way they play, man. You see, Judah can't play that, man. I mean, some of them do. They say, "Oh, I'm an American" when it's convenient, all right, or I'm human, and then when it's convenient, they say, "Oh, I'm black." It's similar stuff, but Judah can't really claim white. Obviously, when you black, and you got that brown skin and that hair, there's no way you claim a white, man. Maybe some of you that may got like a white mother or something, you can maybe try and weasel your way out of it and try to claim that, which that's ridiculous, because if your father is a Negro, you go back to being a Negro, man. You go back to Judah, bro. All right, and I explained that already. Numbers 1 and 18 explains that very easily. The pedigrees of your forefathers, your father, not your mother. Okay. The 2020 census results also show a significant rise in Latinos identifying as multiracial, contributing to an 8% increase from 2010 in the number of Latinos identifying with the white category. So now they're identifying with multiple different things. I can't tell, but it would be interesting to see if some of the people that chose this are actually Edomites, actually terrorists. There's no way to know, what percentage of people who claim to be Hispanic are actually terrorists, right? Who knows? Could it be 8%? Could it be 10%? We know it isn't as high as like 90% or something like that. It's ridiculous. Because the scriptures do say that Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, right? And plus, terrorists typically they try to breed back into with Edomites anyway. They try to get an Edomite dad, Edomite man, go back and try to, go back and be among their people because they're terror, right? Thomas Jimenez, sociologist at Stanford University, who studies how immigration patterns and policy have influenced Mexican Americans' identity, says that racialized politics during former President Donald Trump's administration have helped set the stage for a generational shift that was also driven by the growing prominence of second-generation Latinos whose parents immigrated to the United States. So you see, they drop the whole white thing when it's convenient. All right, they latch onto it when it's convenient, and they drop it when it's convenient. All right, because they worship them. They know the kingdom has some very sick issues. Right, same with Judah. All of us we're sick. All the tribes are sick. But we all be fixed in the kingdom, and we get those new bodies. Everything will be fixed, but 2/3 have to be destroyed because 2/3 aren't at least trying to be right. All right, 2/3 aren't trying to be right. They're just living in their sickness. They're not trying to, heal themselves, help themselves. All right, that's what sets us apart. All right, the elect are special. Really, it's what it is. It's not to be prideful. The elect are just different from the rest of the tribes. All right. The difference and what makes us different is that we have the Holy Spirit. Right? The Most High has chosen us, all right, given us the Holy Spirit, and have some of us out here on the highways and byways, and have some of you, at home watching the videos and learning. Some of you preparing to go on the highways and byways. All right, you got your woman out here being loyal to your husbands, right? And your husband could be saved through you, but I don't want to talk too much. Older people who came up in the middle of the 20th century taught that Hispanics were white and that there might be a benefit to claiming whiteness, as I said, because there is a benefit, right? Because they have privilege when you claim that. Jimenez says, the U.S.-born individuals who are now entering the census have been socialized in an area of anti-immigrant, anti-Latino national politics, and they're checking census boxes with a different sensibility. So now because, right, the spotlight's being put on them, now they're starting to drop it. All right, so Hosea 4:7, Ephraim joins idols, let him alone. Okay, so idolatry, right, is extreme admiration, love, or reference for something or someone, because an idol can also be a person. Like you have let's say like an idol girl, they call them that in Japan, right? Or you see you're idolizing this particular celebrity, okay, because idols can be people. I guess the real definition of an idol is something that you're capable of worshiping, capable of giving reverence to, in a way. But the idol, when you say the word idol, it has a negative connotation when you read the scriptures. Right? We're not supposed to be worshiping idols. Okay, we're supposed to be worshiping Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh, Yahushai, and that's it. It's really that simple. That is precisely our order, our reason for living, man. It's what you've been put on the earth to go do. All right, do what's right. Worshiping them is what's right. Okay, that is justice. All right. All else is just, it's ridiculous. Worshiping demons. That's what it is. And that's what they're doing. So Ephraim, which is really, we don't really need to go through all this. Ephraim, is a predominant partner here. It's predominant. We'll just read it anyway. I don't want to fuck it up. McLaren's Expositions and BibleHub.com. Tribe of Ephraim was the most important member of the Kingdom of Israel. Consequently, its name was not naturally sometimes used in a wider application for the whole of the kingdom, in which it was a principal part. It had 10 tribes, remember. Levi actually got kicked out. They kicked Levi out and that's how you get Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But I do believe he had some Levites that went with him and got dragged away with him. I believe that. Being the predominant partner, its name was used alone for that of the whole firm. Just as in our own empire, we often say England, meaning thereby the three kingdoms, England, Scotland, and Ireland. So Ephraim here does not mean a single tribe, but the whole kingdom of Israel. So the whole northern kingdom. All right, and you can read the rest if you want. So we know the idols is people, can also be people. Ephraim is joined to his idol Esau. Ephraim, another kingdom, is joined to the so-called white man. They want to be like them. You see here in the middle of the 20th century, they claim that they want to be like him, because that's Esau's goal, is to assimilate them. Okay, which is his goal for all of us, really, is to assimilate us all, bring us all under him. I think I talked about this last time, but I can't remember. Maybe I did talk about this last time or near the time. But in Psalm 2, it talks about let us separate their bands and their cords from us. A band and a cord is something that holds it together. And what holds it together is our shared bloodline: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And going back to the sons of Jacob. So they're trying to split us up. All right, and that's why they try to get the northern kingdom to claim whiteness, claim to be Edomites, and kind of split us down the middle. And I have to say they succeeded, right? Because you have Latin gangs. Sometimes they'll beef with so-called black gangs, and it just becomes a big fucking shit show. If you ever go to prison, the black gangs and the Hispanic gangs, they don't chill together. They separated. All right. So yeah. The rest here isn't really important. Jeremiah 3:8. And I saw one for all the causes whereby the backsliding Israel committed idolatry. I put her away and give her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. So yes, Israel has went off. The northern kingdom went off, and they do this bullshit. And Judah is running around doing the same thing. Now in context, Israel fell off first, right? They got dragged off by the Syrians. Later on with Babylon dragged them away too. But it's the same thing. You could apply it to here too, because it's the same. It's basically the same thing that's going on here. All right, you got Israel doing this garbage and Judah doing this garbage. And it's just a big fucking shit show. All right, just like back then it was a shit show. All right, back then it was a shit show. Today it's a shit show. Okay, because Judah is the same thing. You'd be having Judite women going and get with Edomite men, and that's a shit show because they're creating tares, right? And those women they're destroying themselves. They're gonna be 2/3, and so on and so forth. Is that to say every so-called black woman that gets with the Edomite is 2/3? You may have some. I don't know. You may. I don't know. Don't ask me no question like that, man. All right. If you're a so-called black woman with a so-called white man, you better pray that so-called white man is a Judite man, or it goes back to one of the tribes, man. But I'm not gonna ask those things. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask those kind of questions because I'm just a man, bro. All right. I'm just some guy. Okay. Below 185, shalom. That's it.